Hello and welcome to Just Right. This week, the Just Right challenge is to write a comedy sketch good enough to be performed in front of a live audience at the National Young Playwrights Festival.
I tried to go to Mind School, ladies and gentlemen, but they wouldn't let me in. When they asked me, why do you want to join Mind School, I went...
Tough one, eh? Well, whoever's brave enough to take it on is certainly going to need a good sense of humour. I think it's time we met Hannah Piggott. Hannah is 9 years old and lives in Surrey. She loves acting in drama workshops. Would you like to take on this week's Just Right challenge, Hannah?
Sounds good, but I've never written a sketch before, so I might need a bit of help.
Well, that's not a problem, Hannah. You should meet David. He's a really excellent playwright and a very funny man. I'm sure he'll give you a hand. Would you like to help Hannah write her comedy sketch, David?
I'd love to. Tell her to pop into rehearsals.
Sorted.
So, not working today, darling? No, I'm not.
David's written a comedy sketch set in a hairdresser's salon. The funny thing is that everything the customer says, the hairdresser's friend has done too, only better.
So, what line of work are you in then, darling?
Oh, I'm a television producer.
Oh, really? Fancy that? Yeah, I've got a friend that's a TV producer. She works the telly. You know, programmes. Oh.
At the rehearsal, the director, Beth, is making some last-minute changes to David's script.
Good, that was much better. We'll run again from the top. Come in, if you could just wait there. We're just about to run. OK?
Oh, you've got lovely hair, Veronica. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's beautiful, darling. Yeah, I've got a friend with hair like yours.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting mine cut, just like yours.
So, not working today then, darling?
No, I'm not. Actually, I've got the week off work.
Really? Yeah, I've got a friend who's got the week off work this week.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of having next week off myself. That's nice.
So, what line of work are you in then, darling?
This is really good.
Thank you.
Really?
I don't know how to start my sketch or even where to set it.
Oh, you can set it anywhere. All you need is a good situation and then apply your imagination.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Oh, do you like bowling?
Yeah?
Well, what do you say we go down to the bowling alley and see if we can find a good situation there?
OK.
Come on.
Working on the sketch down at the bowling alley? That's a likely story.
Well, there's loads of good situations here.
Well, I don't see any.
See those two boys up there?
Yeah? What about them?
Well, see the tall one? He could be bragging about what a demon bowler he is. And the little one, he could be like a world champion, but the tall boy doesn't know.
That would be really good.
Go on, it's your turn. Oh, what about, see that old gentleman down there?
Yeah? Well, I know, he could be like, he could be practicing for the world's worst bowler, and he keeps on getting strikes.
That's a really good idea.
Two bored shoe clerks. That gives me an idea for my sketch.
Now, can you see any other situations around?
Those clerks over there.
Yeah.
It would be like, they'd have to deal with smelly shoes all the time, and loads of different customers.
Yeah, that would be a really good situation for your sketch. Go on. Yes, strike!
A striking imagination there. So, the first thing to do before writing your sketch is to imagine a situation. Just look around you at everyday situations and imagine what might be going on in people's minds. The shoe clerks at the bowling alley, dealing with all sorts of different customers and their smelly shoes, is a very good example. What about us poor skittles? All day, every day, we just stand here waiting to be knocked down by a big, heavy bowling ball. The theatre. No danger of a runaway bowling ball here. So what's next, David?
Before you start to write, it's always good to get to know your characters. Now, this is one way that I work to get to know my characters in my plays. This is Shaz, who was the hairdresser in the scene we saw, and I've cut out a picture from a magazine to kind of give me a good idea of the kind of person she is.
Right.
And then I've written down a load of information, things that I've made up about her. So I've decided that she's married to Steve, she's got 3 children. I've made a list of her favourite things and the things she hates.
Right.
So what did you do then with the pictures?
Well, these are all things that I think she would like. So I think she likes her lipstick, I think she likes her glass of red wine, and that's the kind of handbag that she would carry around with her. And then I picked out a few words that I think sum her up. So she's quite confident, bossy, she's quite vain, and she talks quite a lot. So we need to think about this with your characters. We know we've got 2 young men working behind the counter in the bowling alley. Give me some names for them.
We could have Jim and Mike.
Hi, I'm Jim. Hi, I'm Mike.
Right, they're going to be dressed the same, so we need to start thinking about how we're going to make them different. Jim, different from Mike.
Jim, I think, would be quite shabby and really enthusiastic, jumpy, and every chance he has of doing something small, he just does it.
Hello, Jim.
And Mike, he could be like neat, confident, and quite laid back.
All right, Mike.
Right, comedy usually works in 3s. So what we need to think of is 3 good characters that we can maybe bring up to the shoe counter that would all be very different. So can you think of a first character we could use?
Right, well, we could have a businessman. Could be a quite pompous guy and could have a name like Jebediah.
Hello, I am Mr. Jebediah.
Right, so we've got Mr. Jebediah and another one.
We could have a lady.
Yes.
She'd be quite beautiful and vain. She could have a name like Jane.
Hi, I'm Jane.
Right, and then one more character that contrasts Mr. Jebediah and Jane.
We could have quite a younger guy, a streetwise guy. He could use the words like in it and cool.
I is Matt, tall, worth massive.
Right, that's great. I think you've got 5 very strong characters there.
Your shoes, sir? Your shoes, man.
Hannah's working on her characters. Look, this board is for Matt. A leather jacket, handsome, cool, funky. Sounds just like me.
Here we are in Hannah's imagination, where her mind is hard at work, developing the characters for her sketch. Shh. So, before you write your sketch, try to think of character types that are very different from one another and work out what kind of things each one likes and dislikes. Spend some time getting to know your characters. Let's see what's going on backstage.
So, we've got your situation, we've got the characters. What do they say and do in the bowling alley?
Well, we could have Mr. Jebediah. He could get something get his hand stuck in a ball or something.
Oh, get his fingers stuck in a bowling ball. What would he say and do in that situation?
My fingers are stuck in a bowling ball. Like that.
And we've got the 2 boys behind the counter, haven't we? Jim and Mike. So think about things that they might be doing. I mean, it's a bit of a boring job, one would imagine, at times. What would they do to pass the time, do you
They
think?
could have bets and stuff like that.
Bets about what?
Bets about who has what shoes.
Right. We've got the characters that might bet on what kind of shoes they'd be wearing.
Yeah, and they're all wearing the opposite shoes to what you would expect them to wear.
Right, so Mr. Jebediah, we know he's very smart. What shoes would he be wearing?
Flip-flops. Yellow flip-flops.
And what about Jane? What might she wear?
It's welly boots.
Wellies, a big pair of wellies.
Yeah.
And who's the other character we've got? Matt. Now, he's very streetwise, isn't he?
You dudes, wicked game of bowling man now want me shoes, innit?
He'd probably wear some smart shoes like Mr. Jebediah would wear.
Now, what happens in the bet then between Jim and Mike? Who wins the bet?
I think Mike would.
And Jim would get it wrong.
Yeah.
Now, whatever you do at the end of your scene, you have to end it with a gag. Something funny.
Ha! These things get everywhere, don't they? So, put your funny characters into the situation you've decided on and write down what they'll say and do in that situation. And you need to build through the sketch to a funny ending. Whether it's something someone says or what someone does, you need to end in a gag. Well, Hannah's decided on her situation and characters and is writing her comedy sketch. But I wonder what the gag at the end is going to be. So, let's remember what David told Hannah. Before you start to write, you need to imagine a situation and get to know your characters. Then put the characters into that situation and write down what they say and do. And don't forget to end with something funny. Well, it's opening night at the Harlequin Theatre for the National Young Playwrights Festival. There are lots of people turning up in the hope of a good night's entertainment.
That's me.
And perhaps to spot the talent of the future.
Cheers.
I bet Hannah's really excited, not a little nervous.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the National Young Playwrights Festival 2000. Tonight, the world premiere that we've all been waiting for of the new sketch by Hannah Piggott. It's time to go bowling.
I'm bored.
Me too.
I've got something that'll liven up our day.
What?
I bet.
My bride, say.
I bet you £1 that I can guess this guy's shoes without looking at the number.
I bet I could beat you that easily.
Oh, yeah?
All right, keep your hat on.
Excuse me, when you finish talking, can I have my shoes?
Yeah, I'll just get them for you. Smart pair of shoes there, sir.
No, I think you're mistaken.
Here you are, sir. One pair of flip-flops.
Thank you.
How on earth did you get that right?
I don't know. Beginner's luck, I suppose, mate. Right, that's £1 you owe me.
Double or quits.
Yeah, all right, then.
Here, look at this lady. You were just lucky last time.
I've come for my
Shoes.
Yes.
I'll get them for you. A very classy pair of heels there, man.
Oh, those aren't my...
Your shoes. A pair of Wellingtons, madam. Full. Right, that's £2 you owe me now.
Are you cheating?
Why would I?
Double or quits.
All right, but you lose again.
Fine.
Dudes, wicked game of bowling, man. Now I want me shoes, innit?
Look, you sure you want to do this? It'll be £4 if you lose again.
Just watch me. There you go, a very trendy pair of trainers there, sir.
Dude, these ain't my shoes.
Here you are, sir. A pair of smart shoes.
Yeah, man, them's mine. Respect, now.
I give up. I mean, how'd you do it?
I don't know. I suppose I've got a knack for this sort of thing.